Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. I hope you are enjoying this hot summer series, and today we have the 9th class of this series in which we are going to solve data interpretation sets. We already had one class in which we took sets on bar graph and line graph. In today's class we shall see pie chart, radar chart and scatter plot. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for great content on MBA preparation. And I'm sure you must have been watching this series. If this is the first video that you are watching, please do watch the previous 8 videos and the coming videos as well. So this is the schedule of the series. So today we are on 9th of June and we are going to solve chart based data interpretation. Okay, so save the dates of the month, and on that particular day you will get video on the given topic. So in case you are preparing for CAT 2024 and are looking for a structured preparation, we are offering 20% discount on our batch, and you can get it for 20,000. And if you know someone who might be interested in it, you can recommend also our content to them, and this will ensure that your preparation is holistic. It will not only assist you in CAT but also in other MBA entrance examinations. So let's start today's class, and as a ritual, try to solve the questions on your own. So pause the video and solve the question, and then see the best optimum approach to tackle that question. So let's begin with the first set. So we have a couple of pie charts. The pie charts show the annual expenses of a person in the years 2020 and 2021. Okay, so these are the expenses in 2020 and in 2021, and it is also given that the decrease in medical expenses in 2021 as compared to the previous year is thrice the increase in miscellaneous expenditures. Now in this chart we are not given that what is the total expenditure, isn't it? So what we will do is, we will assume that the total expenditure is 100x and total expenditure in 2021 is 100y. It says decrease in medical expenditure. Now what is the medical expenditure here? The gray one, which is 9. Okay, so this is the medical expenditure. Okay, and here the medical expenditure is 6%. So what is the decrease? That is 9x minus 6y. Okay, that is the decrease in medical expenditure, and it is thrice the increase in miscellaneous expenditure. So miscellaneous is the last one, which is 6, and here also miscellaneous is 6. It is 3 times of increase in miscellaneous expenditure. So that means there is an increase. So that means we will take 6y minus 6x. So the question was all about making this equation and then figure out the ratio of expenditures. So what do we get? 9x minus 6y is equal to 18y minus 18x, or you will get that 27x, 24y. So we get x upon y is 24 by 27 or 8 by 9. So that means the ratio of expenditures in these 2 years is 8:9. Okay, so that is the base for solving all the questions of this set. Now the very first question asks, on how many items did his expenditure increase in 2021 as compared to 2020? Okay, so the ratio of expenditure is 8:9. So we need to find on how many items did his expenditure increase, right? So rent, obviously here it is 43% and 44%, right, of higher value. So rent will increase. If you look at food, here it is 16%, here it is 15%, right? One may say that it is decreasing, but actually calculate 16 into 8 is 128 and 15 into 9 is 135. So it appears that it decreased, but actually it increased. Okay, because the overall expenditure in 2021 is more. Medical decreased, so that we are already given in the question. Clothes 6%, 7%. So clothes, the proportion is increasing, so expenditure is going to increase. Then if you look at travel, it is 17% here and 19% here. So there is an increase, and overall also increase, so then expenditure increases. You are not supposed to calculate each and every value. Only in this we had to check, and then we look at entertainment and miscellaneous. Entertainment 3% each. Okay, now expenditure is increasing, so entertainment the expense was increase, and miscellaneous we are already given that there is an increase. So in all these categories except medical expenditure, the overall expenditure increased. So the answer is all but one. All but one means in all it increased, but in one it did not increase. What is the ratio of his medical expenses in 2020 and 2021? Now this is a ratio based question. So we know from the previous question the total ratio is 8:9. So medical expenditure is 9% and here it is 6%. So 8 into 9 ratio 9 into 6. So we get 4:3. What is the increase in his food expense from 2020 to 2021? Now remember one thing, in this particular set we are just given the ratios, right? We are given the percentages and ratios. No absolute value is given, so we cannot find any of the absolute values. Like if I ask that what is the increase in food expenditure or what is the increase in travel expenditure, etc., we cannot answer those questions. We can answer only those questions that involve percentage or ratios, right? Because we are given the percentages and ratios, so we cannot answer any absolute value question unless some absolute data is given. Suppose some number is given that entertainment the expenditure is this or any such thing, we could answer a question. But unless we are given any absolute value, we cannot answer any of such questions. So the answer is cannot be determined. Now it says, if the monthly rent increased by 2600 in 2021, what was his expenditure on food in 2020? Now you might think that how can we find absolute value here? We can, because we are given some data here. So cannot be determined won't be the answer here. In the previous question, we were not given any of the numbers. We were just given the percentages and ratios. That's all what we knew. So we could not find absolute value. But in this particular question, we are given one of the values. So we shall use to find the answer. So it says monthly rent increased by 2600. What was his expenditure on food in 2020? So what we will do, we will find, let's say the total expenditure was 100 E and the total expenditure was 900 E. Okay. So total expenditure on rent would be 43 into 8 is 344 E and rent expenditure in this year is 44 into 9, which is 396 E, right? So the difference is 52 E. Now the difference is 52 E, which is 2600 into 12. Why 12? Because this is annual expense and this is given that monthly rent, right? So you'll have to multiply by 12 to get the annual expense. So this is 52 E, no need to find E. What we have to do, we have to find is expenditure on food in 2020. So this graph, we have to find food expenditure. So food is 16%, 16 into 8 is 128. So we need to find the value of 128 E. So that we get as 2600 into 12 into 128 by 52. Because see, when you divide by 52, you will get the value of E. When you multiply by 128, you get 128 E. Okay, so we have 2 times and 6. So 128 into 6 is 768 and 00. That will be the answer. Now this question we could determine because we knew the ratio and a value was given to us. So this is how we attempt pie charts, and in case you get such kind of a question, that is going to be a cakewalk for you if you know the right way of solving pie charts. Alright, so let's now move on to the next set. It says that there are 5 working members in a house. The pie chart below gives their contribution to the total family income. Okay, so we are given the family income and the pie chart below gives the expenses under different heads made by the family during a particular month. So we have these particular expenses, okay, and we see that 30% is under saving also in this. So this is food, clothing, utilities, and so on. One way understand to read a pie chart in most of the cases is, like if you want to see what is food, so take that vertical line and this goes in the clockwise direction. It happens in most of the pie charts but not all, okay, unless someone tempers the pie chart. This is the default pattern. So you see food is first, then clothing, third is utilities, the black one, then these vertical lines is fuel, then entertainment, then insurance is that box, and then white one others, and saving. Okay, so that's how you read a pie chart. So what it says, there are 5 working members and this is the contribution to their family income. And then the question asks, how many expense heads except savings cannot be entirely covered by Devansh's salary? Okay, so let's say they all earn a total of 100. Okay, now Devansh is how much? Devansh is this person, which is 39.6 degrees. Now how to convert to degrees? So 100% is 360 degree. Okay, so 1 degree is 100 by 360. Okay, so 39.6 degree is 100 by 360 into 39.6. So you can make it 3960. Okay, so that will be 3960. That is 11. So he makes 11% of the income, right? So he generates 11% of the income. Now it says that how many expense heads cannot be entirely covered by Devansh's salary except savings. So you do not have to count savings. You have to tell how many are above 11%. So we cannot cover food. Okay, then we cannot cover that's the fourth one, which is entertainment. So food and entertainment cannot be covered. Okay, so these two values cannot be covered, others can be covered. So we have 2 such categories. The next question is, Prerna's entirely income is used in exactly 2 expense heads. Which of these cannot be that category? Okay, so again a simple one. So we need to convert this degree into percentages. So Prerna is 57.6. So 5760 by 360. Okay, that we need to calculate. So this will be 1 is 21, then 2166, 16%. Now it is used in exactly 2 expense heads, right? So we can have 4 plus 12. Okay, 4 is, that is clothing, and 12 is entertainment, right? Or it could be 5 plus 11. Okay, 5 is 1 is utilities and 1 is others, and 11 is your insurance. So it can be covered into these category or these 2 categories. Now if you look at utilities, can be one of them, insurance can be one of those categories, fuel we know is sorry, this is fuel, which is 11%. Okay, the first insurance is 8%, this is fuel. So insurance cannot be covered. It can be utilities plus fuel. Okay, it can be clothing plus entertainment, but it cannot be insurance, because insurance is this one, this is insurance, 8%. Okay, it cannot be covered in this. So it is exactly in 2 expense heads. So you have to use exactly 16% in 2 categories. So these 2, insurance cannot be one of those categories. At most, how many expense heads can entirely be covered by Akshat's salary? Entirely be covered. It is not that previous one which said that how many expense heads. So we were counting individually. Now here we will count entirely. So Akshat is earning 126 degrees. So 126 into 100 by 360. Right. So we get this is 18 into 7, 18 into 2. So we have 35%. Okay. So we need to cover maximum expense heads. So we will give the least ones. So first give 4%, right? Then 5, 9%. 9 plus 5, 14%. 14 plus 8, 22. Now 22 if we take, either we could make 12 or 11. So we can make 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8. So far we have got 22%. So we can give 11 or 12 max, right? So we can cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. We cannot cover the 6th category. So maximum is 5. If the combined salary of Susmit and Kirti are utilized entirely in exactly 3 expense heads, which of these is definitely one of them? So this is again that percentages and degrees. Okay, so you need to categorize those two and make a combination and add as a total of 3. So we have Susmit and Kirti. Susmit is this one and Kirti is this one. So 72 plus 64.8. So we have 136.8 into 100 by 360. Okay, so we can say that 1368 into 10 by 360. So we'll get this. 36 into 3 is 108. 28. 288 is 36 into 8. So these two combined have 38%. Now we need to tell 3 expense heads that add to 38%. Okay, so we have to see how can we make 38. So we will see, if you take these two, we cannot make 38. So we will have to use a larger number. So if we take 30 plus 5 plus 4, that becomes 39. Okay, so we cannot use 30 like this. So we have to use 25. We cannot use 30. We cannot use these two. So we will have to use 25. Right, so you have to make 38. So 25, if you take 4, you have to make 9, which is not possible. Right, 9 is none of the values. If you take the next value, that is 5, you have to take 8. So 25 plus 5 plus 8. So 25 is food. 5 we have 2 categories. One is utilities and another 5 is others. So we have utilities or others, and 8% is this one, which is insurance. So it is insurance. So these are the 3 categories. We have to choose 3 categories. We have to tell which of the following cannot be that category. So clothing is not one of those categories. So that's a straightforward answer. Utilities may be one of them. Others may be one of them. Insurance is definitely one such category. It says that definitely not one of them. So clothing and others, one of them has to be that category, right? But clothing is definitely not the category that will be included in this distribution. If Akshat contributes an equal amount to all the expenses, at least what percentage of the family savings constitute Akshat's income? So Akshat contributes equal amount to all the expenses, right? Okay, so we have Akshat. He is earning 35%, right? His earning is 35% and he gives equal amount to all expenses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So we need to, what we do, at least means minimum, right? Minimum in savings में minimum करना है. So that means maximum in expenses. So if he is giving minimum in savings, he should be doing maximum in expenses, isn't it? So if you have to minimize one thing, you maximize all other things. So his expenses maximum, and it is given that he gives an equal amount to all expenses. Now equal amount to all expenses, now you see the least expenses 4%, that is of clothing. So if he gives 4%, because he has to give equal amount to all expenses. So how many expense categories are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 into 4, that means he gives 28%. So he is earning 35. He is giving 28 to expenses. So this is his salary. This is the expense. So his contribution to saving is 7, right? Now the question is, at least what percentage of the family saving constitutes Akshat's income? So to simplify, let us say the income is 100. So Akshat's income is 35. Okay, so his salary is 35, his expenditure is 28 because he contributes equal amount to each of the categories. So 7 categories, he has contributed 28 rupees. Now he is saving 7 rupees. Now 7 rupees out of 30 are saved by Akshat. So 7 by 30 into 100. So that is 70 by 3, which is 23.33% is the least contribution in savings. Okay, so if you have to find the least in savings, we have to maximize the expenditures. Since all expenditures are equal, so we cannot give more than 4 here. So we have to give 4 in each of these, and then he is left with 7 out of 30 in the savings. I hope you are enjoying solving these questions. Let's now see the next set. It says that so we have a radar chart, and if you look at the past papers, a radar chart has been asked on CAT on several occasions. So you must know how to read different kind of graphs, right? So when we talk about radar chart, it is not that difficult to read. I'll tell you how to read a radar chart. Okay, whatever be the values given, so it is a polygon. The center is 0. Okay, now it gives 10, 20, 30, 40. So that means you have to read radially, like this value is 10, 20, 30, 40. Agar transportation karna hai, so for like if we look at transportation, or let's say we are looking at labor cost. Okay, labor cost of A, this is 0 is center, this is 10. So labor cost of A is 10. Okay, then if we look at the second one, which is B is here, so it is this outermost is 40, this is 30, so this has to be 20, and between 20 and 30 it is 25. Then D also is 25, and C is at 20. So these are the percentages in labor cost. Okay, so this is how we read a radar chart. It's not difficult, it's like a line graph in a polygon format. It could be hexagon if we are given 6 values, it could be triangle, it could be pentagon, any such thing. Now the question says, if the transportation cost of 1 unit of product D is 96 and a unit of product D is sold at rupees 600, what is the percentage profit of the company on selling 1 unit of product D? So we need to deal with product D. Okay, so let's see product D. So we will just focus on product D. It says that product D is the yellow one. It says that transportation cost is 96 rupees. Okay, so if we look at the different cost, so raw material cost is 35%. Okay, transportation cost is 20%. Okay, labor cost is 25%. This is 10%, and others is also 10%. So you will see 60, 80, 100. So transportation cost is 20%, which is 96 rupees. So total cost will be 5 times of this, which is 480. Total cost is 480 and selling price is 600. So profit is of 120 rupees, and out of 480 is the cost. So which is 1/4 or 25% profit. So very simple question, just about reading the graph. In CAT, if you get these non-conventional graphs, the questions are going to be simple. Remember that if you pick the past year papers, you will see that the questions related to graphs are usually simple. You just need to know how to read the graph properly. If the raw material cost of A is equal to labor cost of B equals to admin cost of C equal to transportation cost of D is equal to rupees 100 per unit, what is the total cost of 1 unit each of all the products? Okay, so we have to find the cost of all products 1 unit each. Raw material cost of A is 100, labor cost of B is 100, admin cost of C is 100, and transportation cost of D is 100. Raw material cost of A, so raw material is this one, and for A it is 20%. Okay, 20% is 100. So for A the cost is 500. Labor cost of B. So B, if you see, it is 25% here, between 30 and 20. देखो, like either you read from the starting, since it is a small values, like you just have 4 or 5 values, but if it has too many values, let's say it was from 0 to 80, so read the outermost value. This is 40, this is 30, so this is 20 and 25. So 25% is 100, so that means B the cost is 400. Admin cost of C, admin cost is this one, and C is the gray one, which is 10%. Admin cost is 10%, so total cost of C is 1000. And finally D, the transportation cost is 100. So transportation cost of D is the yellow one, okay, and the transportation cost is 20%. So 20% of the cost is 100, total cost will be 500. So we have 2000 plus 400, 2400 is the total cost of 1 unit of each of the products. Okay, simple graph. Reading, you must know how to read a graph and then calculate the answer. Next says that the admin cost of all products is same. What is the ratio of other costs of 1 unit of B and C? It is given that admin cost of all products is same. Okay, so now we do not have to find for all products. We are just concerned with B and C. Okay, suppose the cost of total cost, find the admin cost and equate them. Admin cost is same, so admin cost of B is this 40, 30, 20, 15. 15B is equal to, C is the gray one and it is 10%, equal to NC. So it means B upon C, 2 by 3. Okay, so let us say the values are 200 and 300. Okay, just assuming the values to be 200 and 300. And what we need to find? We need to find the ratio of other costs. Okay, other cost of B is 40% and of C is 30%. That would be 90. So the ratio is 8:9. Okay, simple ratio based question. Like total admin cost is same, so we get the ratio of B and C, total cost of B and C. Then we can find the ratio of admin cost of B and C. If the total cost incurred by the company for the production of 1 unit of A, B, C and D is in the ratio 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to find that how much is the labor cost as a percentage of the total cost if the company produces an equal number of units of all 4 products. So too much of information given, let's process it step by step. So it says that the total cost of the company in 1 unit of A, B, C, D is ratio 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So let us say A is 100, B 200, C is 300 and D is of 400. That is 1 unit. Okay. So now it says that this is the total cost. We need to find the labor cost as the percentage of total cost. So we will have to find labor cost of all these. Okay. And we will find as a percentage of total cost if the company produces equal number of units of all 4 products. So let us say they produce 1 unit of each of the products. So simplify the things, like take 1 unit and take the cost as 100, 200, 300 and 400. So we need to find labor cost. So labor cost for A is 10%, for B and also for D it is 25%. So basically we need to find the weighted average here, and for C it is 20%. Okay, find the values. It's 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 60 rupees and 100 rupees. So adding this we get 160, 210, 220. 220 and the total cost is 1000 rupees. So 220 by 1000 is 22%. Okay, so this is how we solve basic data interpretation question. And in case CAT asks a DI set, that is what you are going to get. You won't be getting very difficult DI in CAT. Yeah. LR are difficult. Remember, if it's a chart based DI, that is usually you get in the exam. Alright, so now let's do another set, which is a scatter plot. Okay, so you need to tell that we are given a scatter plot here and we need to answer questions based on it. So it says that the first question says that let's read the graph first. It says the graph below shows the number of orders received and orders cancelled on a food delivery app during the 7 days of a week. So orders received is calculated on x-axis and orders cancelled calculated on y-axis. Now order received, the numbers are starting from 300 because the values are on the higher side. Okay, and just to tell how to read this graph, very simple way. So let's say this is Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday order 400 received and cancelled is 40. So you need to see in both directions, x and y direction, to find out the values. Similarly, if I talk about Sunday, the order received is exactly in between them, which is 650, and cancelled is 60. Okay, so on Wednesday 500 orders received and cancelled is between 40 and 50, which is 45. Right. So the first question is, on which day is the percentage of orders cancelled the highest? Okay, so although it's a simple question, I'll tell you certain techniques to reduce your time further. Okay, normal एक person होगा जो इस question को 2 minute पे करेगा, there will be another person who could do it in 1.5 minutes and a third person who can do it in 30 seconds. So you need to be that person who does it in the least possible time. Okay. Now what tendency students generally have is, if they see the data, like if you see this graph, people have the tendency, they will write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then they will write that how many are cancelled and received. So they will put in the values, they will make a table of all 14 values. Okay, and then they will say that ask us anything, ask me anything, I will answer that question. But if you do this activity, making the table, you are wasting your time. While attempting practicing questions, make this a habit that you do not put the entire table, because you will be able to answer all the questions, but it is going to consume a lot of time. Instead, try to answer questions that do not require you to make table, and this is the strategy to solve questions fast and move on to other sets. Right? Do not stick completely to one set. Like if it requires you to the creation of entire table and you are able to answer 5 questions in 15 minutes and table itself take 5 minutes, instead of that, answer 2 questions which will hardly take you 5 minutes without even drawing the table. So that's a better trade-off. You solve questions in less time, you have more time to attempt other sets in the paper. So make this a habit which most people do not follow. They try to solve a set entirely, even though it requires a lot of tabulation. जितना टेबल बनाने में टाइम लगाओगे, be it LR, be it DI, okay, the lesser type of questions you will be able to encounter in the paper. Okay, so use these hacks, do not make the table. Okay, now again let's see that how can we answer this question. First category of students, create the entire table, right? So if you do in this, that means you are less than 50 percentile of the students, because you do not know this technique. Second category would be, they will not create the table but they will calculate for all. So we are considering both of them. So if you calculate the value for all these 7 days, right, and are then answering the question, so that means you fall below 80 percentile. Okay. Now there will be some smart people, they will calculate only for 4 days. Okay, so if you do that, that means you are 90 plus of the people, because we know that highest पूछा right? Highest percent पूछा, so it has to be out of these 4 options only, it cannot be from others. So you are already in the 90 plus percentile logic wise if you use only those options. Now the best smartest way is highest percentage कब होगा, like if the cancellation is high, what is cancellation? Upon received. So if cancellation is high but received is comparatively less, right? Of course received should, now if you see the cancellation is high on Saturday, right? But if you see Thursday the cancellation is like low but order received is very less, isn't it? So if you see Saturday, so we will check only for Saturday and Thursday. Saturday is 75 by 700, which is somewhere 10.7%. And if you look at Thursday, we have 60 by 550, or if you multiply by 100, that becomes 120 by 1100, or 120 by 11 converted to percentages. So that becomes 10 is 110 and 10 by 100 is 9, so 10.9%. Okay, so this is the highest. So Thursday it is the highest. You just need to apply the logic that first of all cancellation should be high, okay, but if the received is also less, okay, here the orders received are less, so that would be the answer. Okay, next question. The average orders received on weekends is what percentage more than the average orders received on weekdays? Very simple question. Weekend the average order is Saturday, Sunday, this is 650 and 700. So the average order received on Saturday is and Sunday is 675, and you need to find the average order received on weekdays. Now one thing which I would like to suggest that how to find averages in graphs is by deviation method, right? So instead of adding all the values, although the values are easy to add, it's not that the values are difficult, but I'll tell you a way to how to find the average. So let us assume that average order received is 500, just taking an example, right? So if this is 550, this is 50 less, so these two balance out each other. This is 100 less and this is 100 more, so these will balance out each other. So instead of writing the values, by just observing the graph, so I can say that order received on Monday, weekdays is 500. This had very simple values, you could manually add and calculate also, but if the values were, let's say, some difficult numbers, not so round off numbers, this will help you in cancelling out the average and find a desirable average. So it is 500 and 675, so it is 175 more, okay, 175 by 500 is 35%. So the answer is 35%. So it was a very simple question. Let's look at the next one. Which day saw the highest percentage decrease in the number of orders cancelled with respect to the previous day? Again, although it's a simple question, but a common mistake that people might commit here is, वो ऐसा हमें ग्राफ देखने की कैसी आदत होती है, we think that this is the first day, this is the second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day. It says highest percentage decrease. Some people might see that this is the decrease because in all others it is increasing and might answer Monday. Okay, Monday is not given in the options. Okay, Monday, if Monday were given, then people might have marked Monday as the answer. I should have given the option as Monday also. क्योंकि हमारी टेंडेंसी होती है, we see the graph that this is first, second, third, fourth, this is the decreasing one. No, this is date wise, like it is not date wise. Okay, so we will have to see that Monday to Tuesday, so this is the first day, and then Tuesday it is a decrease, right? So then this looks to be a good decrease. Tuesday to Wednesday there is increase, so Tuesday में decrease हुआ है. Okay, then we are given Friday and Sunday. So Thursday to Friday there is a decrease, so Friday maybe there is a decrease, and on Sunday also there is a decrease. Okay, now what is the decrease? So Tuesday, what is the decrease? So it was 600 on Monday. Okay, number of orders, sorry, we have to find orders cancelled. So Monday the orders cancelled were 55, okay, and Tuesday there were 40 orders cancelled. So there is a decrease of 15 with respect to the previous day. So whenever we compare percentages, we compare with respect to the previous day. So it should not be 15 upon 40, it should be 15 upon 55. Now when you look at Friday, so on Thursday the number of orders cancelled was 60 and Friday it is 40. So there is a decrease of 20 upon 60. Okay. Then on Saturday we had 75 orders cancelled and here we have 60. So the decrease is of 15 with respect to 75. So we clearly see that decrease is highest on Friday. Okay, you might say that it is 15 upon 55, which is how much? Like somewhere in 30%. Okay, 50, and this is like 5 more orders, all 5 got cancelled. So this is 33.33%. Okay, which is the highest. This is 20%, and this is 3 by 11, so 27.27%. So the highest is on Friday. Now we are given some additional information for 2 more questions. So it says that the delivery rate is defined as the percentage of orders delivered out of successful orders. Okay, so delivery rate is orders delivered, order received minus order cancelled. Okay, that is the percentage of order delivered. Okay. The delivery rates on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and Saturday were 80, 95, 80, 90, 100, 84 and 90 respectively. Okay. So we have one thing, that delivery rate. What is delivery rate is? First of all, we have to find number of orders received, and when we multiply, so delivery rate is delivered upon orders, order received. Now delivered is received minus cancelled. And upon received. Okay, that is the delivery rate. Okay, and so there will be some orders. So when you receive orders, there are 3 categories, right? One is received, right? One is delivery. The orders can be categorized into 3 categories. One is that is delivered, right? One is undelivered, one is cancelled. Cancelled is given to us. Using delivery rate we can find delivered, and the remaining is undelivered. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find is, we need to find undelivered, and the highest number of undelivered on the same day was on which day. So again we will have to use only these 4 days: Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so let's make a table on this. So first is orders received. Okay, then we are given the delivery rate. Using that we will find the number of orders delivered. This is received, delivery rate, delivered. Okay. Then cancelled is given to us, and then we can find undelivered orders, and we need to tell the highest value. Okay, so we have to find on 4 days: Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. So we have on Monday 600 orders received, Wednesday 500 orders received, Saturday we have 700 orders received, and Sunday 650 orders received. So Monday we have 80, and Saturday, Sunday 84 and 90. Okay, so that means how many are delivered? 480 are delivered, 400 are delivered, 84 into 7, 4 is 28, 2 carries 56, so 588 orders, and 65 into 9 is 585. Okay, so these are the number of orders delivered. Okay, so now we have cancelled orders also. So on Monday we have 50 orders cancelled, between 50 and 60, 55 cancelled. Okay, and on Wednesday we have 45 cancelled. Then we have Sunday we have 60 cancelled, and Saturday we have 75 orders cancelled. Okay, so we have to subtract undelivered So 120 minus 55, 65 undelivered. This is 445, 55 undelivered. 112 minus 75, 37 undelivered. And this is 65 minus 60, that is 5 undelivered. So highest undelivered is on Monday. Now, could we have answered this without making the table? Let us think in that direction also. Okay. Now, Monday and like if you look at the delivery rate, so we have low delivery rate on these 2 days, Monday, Wednesday, and we are seeing that the numbers are also high. Okay. So if the delivery rate is low, कैसे undelivered कैसे ज़्यादा होगा? Delivery rate is low and cancellation is high. Okay. Now if you see Saturday and Sunday, the delivery rate is good, right? So and the cancellation respectively is also so cancellation should be low. Delivery rate is low and cancellation should also be low. On Saturday, Sunday and Saturday, the cancellation is, delivery rate is good and the cancellation is high, right? So undelivered will, so we have 3 things, right? Order is either delivered, undelivered or cancelled. Okay, अगर undelivered ज़्यादा करना है, so these 2 should be less, right? If the delivery rate is high, so most of the orders are delivered. Okay, so we should have low delivery rate. That means many orders are undelivered and cancellation should also be low. So this gives us the answer as 65. So we need to calculate this one. Okay, so merely guessing won't help. But yes, we can figure out that Monday and Wednesday you could have calculated only for 2, not for all 4. If a total of 425 orders were delivered on Tuesday, how many orders placed on Monday were delivered after Tuesday? So in this question you need to understand that basically the orders are not in this case it says that undelivered on the same day, so it can be delivered on the next day also. Okay, so 425 orders were delivered on Tuesday. How many orders placed on Monday were delivered after Tuesday? So Monday, if we see, there were how many orders? 600 orders. Okay, and it says that delivery rate of successful orders on the same day. So same day mein we had 80% delivered, so we have 480 delivered. 480 delivered. Now if you see Monday, 600 like 480 on the same day. Okay, now if you look at Monday, 55 were cancelled. Cancelled 55. So we have to have 5. So in the previous question we said that undelivered is 65 because we have 3 categories: delivered, cancelled and undelivered. Now 65 are undelivered. Okay, 65 is undelivered. Now what happens on Tuesday? Tuesday we have how many orders? 400 orders and 95% are delivered. Okay, so we have 380 orders delivered. Okay, now it gives that 380 orders are delivered and 40 are okay. So delivery rate is out of successful orders. So I made a mistake here. It is out of successful orders. So Monday we have 600 orders and 55 are cancelled. So we have 600 minus 55. We have 545 orders. Okay, so 545 orders, 80% are delivered. Okay, so undelivered are 20%. That means we have 109 undelivered. Okay, so that's how we will get undelivered. So first of all we have to subtract orders received minus cancelled and that find the percentage that will give us undelivered ones. Okay, so 109 are undelivered. Now what happens on Tuesday is we have Tuesday, if you look at it, has 400 orders and we have 400 out 40, 400 minus 40, that is successful orders 360. And how much are we delivering? We are delivering 95%. Okay, so 95%, that means 5% less, 5% is 18. So we are subtracting 18, that will give us 342 deliveries. Okay, so 342 deliveries. Now see this thing, and we are given that 425 were delivered on Tuesday. So 425 were delivered, so delivered on Tuesday 425, 340 of Tuesday. So that means remaining 83 are of Monday. Okay, so on Monday there were 109 undelivered, and out of these 109 undelivered, 83 are delivered on Tuesday. Okay, so that means we have 26 more which are still undelivered. So the question is, how many orders placed on Monday were delivered after Tuesday? So there are 26 such orders. Okay, and by the way, we did a mistake in previous question also. Let us correct that. So it said that we need to find undelivered on the same day, right? So first of all, we will calculate the successful orders. It was Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so first of all we will find successful orders. So Monday we have Monday we already calculated this, right? So we had 109 undelivered. So because we had 600 successful orders, that is orders, then cancellation, this will give us successful orders, and like we will find the undelivered, okay, by subtracting from those. So on Monday we had cancellation of 55, so we had successful 545, and Monday 80% are delivered, so 20% undelivered, so the number comes out as 109. Okay, similarly Wednesday we have 500 orders received, okay, and we have 45 cancellation, so 455 are successful and 20%, that means 91 remain undelivered. Then Saturday we have 700 orders received, out of which 75 are cancelled, so means 625 are remaining, and we have 84% delivery, so 16% undelivered, 16% will give us 100. Okay, on Sunday we have 650 orders, out of which 60 are undelivered, 60 are cancelled, that is 590, and 90% are delivered, so 10% undelivered, that will give us 59. So that was a mistake that we did in previous calculation. Fortunately we got the same answer using that also, but this is the correct way to do it, because first of all we have to remove the cancelled orders from the total orders. That will give us the number of orders that were successful, and out of that we are given the delivery percentage. So then we get the non-delivered percentage. So if the delivery percentage is 80%, 20% is not delivered. If the delivery is 84%, 16% is undelivered, and then we will calculate that portion of the given number. Now we have answered this question without this ratio. So if we see, undelivered is high on Monday and Wednesday, but Monday the orders is less, right? So Wednesday answer nahi hoga technically, because Wednesday the orders are less, and then we have Sunday, the delivery is just 10%, right? Undelivered is 10%, Sunday also less likely. Now there can be a fight between Monday and Saturday, because the number of orders is high on Saturday, right? And we see the closest two options are Monday and Saturday. The number of orders is high, cancellation wise, okay, overall Saturday has high percentage, Monday has lower number of orders, but the undelivered is high. But when you compare Monday and Wednesday, undelivered percentage is same, but Monday has more orders, so definitely Monday has more undelivered for sure. So we need to compare only Monday and Saturday in this question. So you could have calculated the two ones and got the answer. And this was the next question, in which undelivered then get delivered on the next day. So Monday 109 undelivered. Now on Tuesday we have 342 delivered of Tuesday, because delivery rate is for the same day. Okay, so Tuesday we get 342 delivered. Okay, 425 are the total deliveries. That means 83 deliveries are of Monday. Now out of 109, 83 are delivered on Monday, so 26 remain undelivered and they are delivered after Tuesday. So in case you are preparing for CAT and are looking for a structured preparation, you can enroll in our CAT 2024 batch, and you can use code HOT to get 20% discount till the end of this month. I hope you are enjoying this series thus far. If you wish to get the PDFs of all these videos, you could join our Telegram group where we have uploaded all the videos of this series, and do watch the series for the next 21 days as well. So in 30 days you would have seen how to solve different varieties of questions in a very lucid manner, better way than you have been doing right now, and this would improve your problem solving ability both in mocks as well as in the actual examination. So that's all for today's class. I hope you enjoyed this session. So don't forget to like this video, and if you are not a subscriber, please do subscribe to our channel.